Hello students, this is Chemical Kinetics part 4. Here we will discuss about the integrated rate expression for zero order chemical reactions and fast order chemical reactions. So let's discuss what is the meaning of zero order reaction. Zero order reaction means the rate of the reaction is directly proportional to concentration of reactants to the power 0. If it will be fast order reaction, then what will happen? This exponent will be 1 or the order will be 1. If it will be second order reaction, obviously it will be 2, like that. So you see here, if the exponent of concentration of reactants becomes 0, then what happens? This term becomes unity or 1. That means it becomes constant. Then what is the meaning? Then the rate of the reaction does not depend upon the concentration of the reactant. As this term becomes constant, it becomes unity. So we can say the rate of the reaction does not depend upon the concentration of the reactant. Clear? So let's take an equation. So here reactant is converted into product. Then what is the differential rate expression for this? So you can see here rate is equal to minus d concentration of R by dt. That means change in concentration of reactant over the time period. Minus sign is given here because the concentration of reactant decreases. That is equal to how much? K into concentration of R to the power 0, because this is a zero order reaction. So you see here minus dr by dt is equal to how much? K concentration of R to the power 0. Concentration of R to the power 0 becomes 1 because anything to the power 0 is equal to 1. So it becomes K into 1. That means what? Next step. So minus dr by dt is equal to how much? K. If we will cross multiply, dt will be multiplied here. So that becomes minus d concentration of R is equal to K dt. Okay. So this side minus is there. We will take the minus to the right side. So it becomes d concentration of R is equal to minus K dt. If we will integrate this expression, then what we will get? If we will integrate this expression, then what we will get? We will get concentration of R is equal to minus Kt plus I, where I is integration constant. Clear? Next is at time t is equal to 0. At time t is equal to 0, concentration of R becomes equal to concentration of R naught. That means initial reactant concentration. R naught means initial reactant concentration. So you see here, at time t is equal to 0, equation 1 will become what? Let's see here, equation 1 is this. So at time t is equal to 0, suppose we will put here t is equal to 0, then concentration of R becomes concentration of R naught. So you see here it is written here minus K, in place of T we have written 0. Here I is there. Okay. So concentration of R naught is equal to how much? I, because this term becomes 0. So that means we found the value of I is equal to how much? Concentration of R naught. Let's put this value in equation 1. Then what will happen? Concentration of R is equal to minus Kt. What is the value of I? We got here R concentration naught. So minus Kt is equal to how much? Concentration of R minus concentration of R naught. So that means Kt will be equal to concentration of R naught minus concentration of R. Then what will the value of K? It will be concentration of R naught minus concentration of R by T. So if you will plot a graph between what and what? Concentration of reactants and time, then we will get a straight line, and that will intersect y-axis at certain point. That will give you y-intercept, that is equal to concentration R naught. Clear? So as it is a straight line, let's compare it with a linear equation. Clear? So linear equation is y is equal to mx plus c. Let's arrange this equation. I am going to change this expression slightly. Better we will see this expression. So you see here, concentration of R is equal to minus kT plus concentration of R naught. This is C. C means what? Y intercept. This is Y intercept. Clear? And this gives your slope. Slope is equal to minus K. So here it is written K is equal to minus slope, or you can write slope is equal to minus K. Let's discuss some examples of zero order reactions. Some enzyme catalyzed reactions are zero order reactions. Some reactions occur on metal surface. Those are also examples of zero order reactions. Clear? So let's take some examples. Decomposition of ammonia on platinum. You can see 2 moles of ammonia decompose in presence of platinum at 1130 Kelvin to form 1 mole of nitrogen and 3 moles of hydrogen. Here the rate is equal to K into concentration of ammonia to the power 0. That means you see here the order is 0. So this is a zero order reaction. Remember, decomposition of ammonia on finely divided platinum surface is first order if the concentration or the pressure of ammonia is low. Means what? You focus here. Here if the concentration is very high, then what will happen? Its concentration will not noticeably change. Obviously it will remain constant. But if its concentration is very low, then what will happen? If it undergoes reactions, obviously its concentration will change. That means then the rate will depend on what? Concentration of reactant. Then it will become first order reaction. I am giving a simple example. Suppose you are a billionaire. And you are giving 1 lakh rupees to some person. Then your financial status will not change appreciably. But if you are a simple person and if you are giving 1 lakh from your deposit, then it will hamper you a lot. It will change your status. Similarly, the same case is here. If concentration of ammonia is very high, obviously it is zero order reaction. If the concentration is low, then it becomes first order reaction. Clear? Next we will discuss about the thermal decomposition of HI on gold surface. So if we will take hydrogen iodide on gold surface, it decomposes to form hydrogen and iodine. This is a zero order reaction. That means the rate of the reaction will not depend on the concentration of HI. Next is reaction between hydrogen and chlorine under UV light to form hydrochloric acid is also another example of a zero order reaction. That means what? The rate of the reaction will not depend on the concentration of hydrogen or chlorine. Clear? Now let's discuss the integrated rate expression for first order reaction. So what is the meaning of first order reaction? That means the rate of the reaction is directly proportional to concentration of reactant to the power 1. So let's take an example. So reactant gets converted to product, then what will be the rate expression or differential rate expression in this case? That will be minus d concentration of R by dt is equal to K into concentration of R to the power 1. This is simply rate. Rate means what? Rate means what? Minus change of concentration of reactants divided by the time in which the concentration changed is equal to K into concentration to the power 1, because it is first order reaction. So I am writing the same thing once again here, only shifting the minus sign to the right. So here it is d concentration of R by dt is equal to minus K concentration of R. So let's rearrange it. R term, let's take R term to the left side. Okay, so d concentration of R divided by concentration of R is equal to minus K dt. Clear? It is arranged right now. Next, if we will integrate it, we are going to integrate it, then what will we get? integration of deconcentration of R by concentration of R gives you ln concentration of R is equal to minus k integration of dt is equal to t. So it becomes minus kt plus integration constant I. I is constant of integration. So you see at time t is equal to 0, concentration of reactant is equal to concentration of R naught. Why? Time t is equal to 0 means what? Before the starting of reaction. So concentration of reactant is maximum, that is R naught, initial concentration of reactant. So at time t is equal to 0, equation 1 will be, so this is the equation 1. So what will be the change? T will be 0 and concentration of R will be concentration of R naught. That's the thing. So ln concentration of R naught is equal to minus k into 0 plus I. So this term gets 0. So minus ln concentration of R naught is equal to I. Clear? So putting the value of I in equation 1. So you see equation 1 here. Ln R, ln concentration of R, you see ln concentration of R, minus kt, value of I is placed here, ln concentration of R naught. So let's solve it slightly. So if we move here, concentration of ln R minus concentration of ln R naught is equal to minus kt. As you know, ln A minus ln B is equal to ln A by B. That is the formula. So applying that formula, here we solve ln concentration of R by concentration of R naught is equal to minus kt. Let's change the side. Minus kt is equal to ln concentration of R by concentration of R naught. Then what will be value of kt? So the numerator will be denominator, denominator will be numerator. So here you see ln R naught by R. So what will be the value of k? T is multiplied in this side it will be divided. So k is equal to 1 by t ln R naught by R. Let this equation 4. So if we will convert ln into natural logarithm log, then what will be the expression? We know ln is equal to 2.303 log. So you see k is equal to 2.303, t was there, t is there, ln is converted into log R naught by R, that much. So let this equation 5. Equation 5 is usually written as, in which format? In this format it is written. So k is equal to 2.303 by t log initial concentration of reactant by concentration of reactant at any time t. So otherwise we can write, so k is equal to 2.303 by t log A by A minus x, where A is initial concentration and A minus x is concentration of reactant at time t. If we plot the graph ln concentration of R versus t, then we will get a straight line which will intersect y-axis at a certain point. That will give the value of ln concentration of R naught, where the slope will be k by 2.30. So next, if we will plot a graph between log concentration of R naught to the concentration of R versus time, then we will get a straight line passing through origin and the slope will be k by 2.303. So another thing, important thing we have to discuss here, what is the exponential expression of equation 3? That's very important. Here you see equation 3 is there, ln concentration of R by concentration of R naught, that is equal to minus kt. This is what? Logarithmic expression. If we will convert it into exponential expression, what will be the expression? That will be concentration of R divided by concentration of R naught is equal to e to the power minus kt. So concentration of R is equal to concentration of R naught e to the power minus kt. This is the exponential expression for equation 3. Clear? Now we will know expression of a rate constant at time t1 and t2. So before going to discuss, let's go to the previous page. You see what is written here. ln concentration of R is equal to minus KT plus ln concentration of R naught. Remember it. I will write on the next page. So you see, I have written the expression here from the previous page. So the concentration of ln R is equal to minus KT plus ln concentration R naught. So at time t1, what will be the expression? It will be ln concentration of R1 minus KT1 plus ln concentration of R naught. Just compare it with this expression. You can understand. Next is at time t2, what will be the expression? Ln concentration of R2 minus KT2 plus ln concentration of R naught. So R1 and R2 are concentrations at time t1 and t2. So what is R1 and R2? R1 and R2 are concentrations of reactants at time t1 and t2 on subtracting equation 6 from equation 7. What will the expression? Ln concentration of R1 minus ln concentration of R2 is equal to minus KT1 minus KT2. Only we will subtract this from this, that much. So then we will simplify it. What will be the change if we will simplify this expression? That will be ln concentration of R1 divided by ln concentration of R2 is equal to minus K T2 minus T1. That means what is the value of K? This side T2 minus T1 is multiplied. This side it will be divided. So 1 by T2 minus T1 is equal to ln concentration of R1 divided by concentration of R2. That much. This is the expression of a rate constant at a time T1 and T2. At the time T1 and T2, this is the expression. Clear? Let's discuss some examples of first order reaction. All natural artificial radioactive decay of unstable nuclei refers to first order chemical reactions. For example, radium 226 isotope undergoes radioactive decay to form alpha particle along with radon 222 isotope. Here rate of disintegration of radium is equal to K into concentration of radium. That means it is a first order reaction. Next example is hydrogenation of ethene and decomposition of dinitrogen pentoxide and dinitrogen monoxide. All are examples of what? First order reaction. You can see the chemical equations. Here ethene undergoes hydrogenation to form ethane and the rate expression is K into concentration of what? Ethene. Similarly, dinitrogen pentoxide decomposes to form nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. Here the rate of the reaction is proportional to concentration of a reactant, that is N2O5 to the power 1. Similarly, N2O decomposes to form nitrogen and oxygen. Here also the rate is proportional to concentration of what? N2O to the power 1. That means all these examples are first order reactions. So now let's go to solve some question. Consider a certain reaction in which A forms products with K value is equal to 2.0 into 10 to the minus 2 second inverse. Calculate the concentration of A remaining after 100 seconds if initial concentration of A is 1.0 mole liter inverse. So here one thing you will notice, here K, unit of K is second inverse. Just recall, unit of K is second inverse means it is a first order reaction. From there we will move. So K is equal to how much? K is equal to 2.0 into 10 to the minus 2 second inverse. Concentration of A node, how much? Initial concentration it is given 1.0 mole liter inverse, and the time is given here how much? 100 seconds. Clear? So K is equal to 2.303 by T log concentration of A naught by concentration of A. So let's put the value. So K value how much? K value is 2.0 into 10 to the minus 2. Put it here. 2.303. T how much? 100. We have to put it here. Log concentration of A naught, it is given here 1. We have to put it here, concentration of A as such. So let's solve it slightly. So 2.0 into 10 to the minus 2, 2.303, T value is 100. So you see here, this is slightly simplified. Log A by B is equal to log A minus log B. So that is log 1 minus log concentration of A. So 2.0 into 10 to the minus 2, it is simplified. So 2.303 into 10 to the minus 2, log 1, value of log 1 is equal to 0. So 0 minus log concentration of A is equal to minus log concentration A. Next we will solve this expression and finally we got the value of what? Concentration of A is equal to 0.135 mole liter inverse. Thank you for watching.